How was it destroyed?
The planet was not destroyed. It remains. It orbits, dead in space. But nothing lives on its surface. It echoes, but there's no one left to hear it.
Well, we're running in circles here. If your world has destroyed, how did you survive?
I am not certain I did. I was there when the planet died, to see everything around you extinguished. It was as if I was blinded. It was as if the Force had been bled from the world.
And if everything suddenly went silent.
I imagine there are worse deaths, worse pain. But if there are, I do not know them. I was the only living thing remaining on the planet of KotOR. And my life, my agony, was a flicker in the darkness that was the planet. All that I had been connected to had been severed.
So you were the only survivor.
I still wonder what would have happened if I had died with the others. If perhaps there would have been some way to hide my presence from the galaxy. If only I had not felt that pain, that loss, as strongly as I did. But it could not be done. When the life was bled from the planet, and yet somehow I remained. My master came for me. He walked upon the surface of my dead world, and there, lying in the bodies of my race, he took me for his own, and he made me see. And for the first time I saw the galaxy, and I wished to die.
He made you see?
To this galaxy, my world, absent the currents and spectrums of the Force, was nothing but crude matter, rock, flesh, emptiness. He showed the flickering of life on other planets. The mass of beings that swarm through the empty places of the galaxy. To see such creatures, disconnected from themselves, their world, their place in it, unable to see the currents and how they affected everything around them.
Why did your master show you this?
He showed me to make me believe in his cause. He convinced me the galaxy, all life, must die. He fed upon its ugliness, its screaming, and in its place, he left silence. And where there was chaos, he brought stillness and order.
Well, that Sith is crazy. Fucking crazy. Let's go with this one since it's new. I don't understand. It had taken certain Republic cruisers to destroy the surface of KotOR.
It was not a thing done with machines or weapons. The Force is far more terrible. And it touches more lives than any machine can hope to slay. For everyone that feels the Force, strongly, deeply, each one feels and perceives it in their own way. You have strengths, whether you know it or not. And my master has his. His power is great, and it comes from hunger. He is a wound in the Force, more presence than flesh. And in his wake, life dies, sacrificing itself to his hunger. And those who feel the Force strongly are beacons to his hunger. My people, my planet, would have been attacked in time. It was inevitable. Yet we could do nothing about it.
Why did your master destroy KotOR?
The Jedi, the last council of the Jedi, came to our world to meet in secret. They hoped that perhaps among our people, they could achieve the clarity to see what was striking them from the darkness of the galaxy. They succeeded, but only in bringing him from the outer regions. And KotOR, with my kind, with the Jedi upon its surface, could no longer be ignored. And my people died, and the Jedi died, and there was no one left, only me.
Why did they meet on KotOR?
They hoped to see the threat that had been stalking them, and they did. But they were unprepared for the magnitude of the threat.
Yeah, the magnitude. The magnitude is one guy on a derelict cruiser. That's the magnitude of the threat. He attacked it because the Jedi had gone there.
He cannot deny his hunger for long. And any gathering of Jedi is something he cannot long resist. And now that the Jedi are vanishing, I do not know what will happen. Perhaps he will grow strong enough to eradicate all life, merely with his presence.
I thought that, or it may starve him and make him more desperate.
I do not understand what you mean.
Just thinking aloud, why did the Jedi meet on KotOR?
They hoped to see the threat that had been stalking them, and they did.
He attacked.
Cannot, and now
I don't understand shit.
I do.
Forget it, I have other questions.
I will answer what I can, but my answers may prove useless to you.
Tell me about your home world.
It is not a subject which I have.
Shit. Forget it.
I will answer.
Was your master the one who sent you to Peragus? She went to Peragus. Was your master the one sent to Peragus? No, he's not.
I'm not familiar with the place you speak of. My master has not entered Republic space for some time, but there are others who may move more freely, who may have been responsible for such an act of destruction.
What do you mean?
There are many factions within the Sith, all seeking to take what little remains in the wake of the Jedi Civil War. Where one moves, it is not always known to the others. But their purpose is the same. The death of all Jedi, everywhere. They believe you are the last of the Jedi, and their hatred of the Jedi unites them. All their eyes are upon you, and it is a terrible, quiet darkness that pursues you.
Forget it.
I will answer what I...
Was your master behind the destruction of Peragus? Well, she answered that
My
one.
master did not cause the end of the planet you speak of. There are many factions within the Sith, where one they believe...
Okay.
I will...
I have heard your species is blind. How are you able to see? Can you see me giving you the finger, can you?
My people once had the power to perceive events, to see through the Force. That sight may manifest itself in many ways, and at times, I may affect the abilities of others to see as well.
You sound as if the sight has lost to you. Is lost.
My sight has been damaged. What I have taught you, it is not the full extent of the perceptions of my people.
Oh, what? First person mode?
My master, when he showed me my world, showed it to me as it is. It hurt. And since that moment, it has been difficult to perceive the Force as I once did. But after traveling with you, I feel that perhaps there was a gift in it, hidden beneath the pain.
You have not traveled with me. In fact, well, I don't give a shit. When one endures, it gives hope to others and themselves.
Only when one suffers do certain truths become evident, both of the galaxy and of the self. And I feel you are an example of this.
Okay. Okay. Never mind. I had some other questions.
I will answer.
Never mind.
Forgive me, but before you go, I must ask. Why do you do this? Why do you seek to help me? Teach me.
Because I believe you can't be saved. You can be saved and then you can be cast down again. That's even worse than putting down someone. You help them up and then cast them down. That's the way of the Sith.
You must not do this. I cannot allow you to weaken yourself for me.
Help another is not weak. Yes, it is the strength to them both.
So you say. But it is not something I have observed or seen.
What do you mean?
I remember little of my homeworld before I entered my master's service. It is not as it was. There is little left of such memories. Or the planet itself. It is not a subject. It was for his power and the...
Never mind. Shit. I'm great. I'm great as a stone. I cannot keep doing those things. Let's talk to Bao.
Yes, General?
Do I have... No, I do not. Do I have shit?
Sorry, General. I'm something...
You are an asshole. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to upgrade the... That's why I entered here. I was going to upgrade this thing. Well. This is bullshit. Please don't be a little bitch. Let yourself become a Jedi.
Yes?
Can you teach me?
I do not think you are ready for further
questions. Your mother.
What of her?
She was a Jedi. You can use the
I do
power.
perhaps
Forget it.
may have.
Your mother. She was a
Is-
Jedi.
I perhaps have
Shit. I need to beat her. Okay. I can do that. But let's go out. Do I have components? I have 3 components. Okay. That's not good. Plus 2 charisma. That may actually be good for me. I don't really have much shit. Well, let's equip the little guy.